So, welcome to our interview today. I'm thrilled to announce to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. Sridevi, who is at present principal at Satya Sai Public School and who brings a wealth of experience and expertise in the field of education. She has trained more than 500 teachers in 35 different schools as a resource person on various topics related to NCERT curriculum, CBSE board, and so on. Today, we are proud and privileged to dive into Dr. Sridevi's extensive knowledge and gain insights into her perspective on skill development. And I'm honored to introduce Dr. Sridevi. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our interview today. And let's commence our conversation. So, we all know that skills are incredibly important in the context of education. If the quote says, tell me and I forget, teach me, may I remember, involve me, and I learn. That's where the skill plays a vital role. While, traditional academic subjects skill like, the math, science, and literature are undoubtedly crucial, but skills plays a vital role in shaping a student's overall development and success. So, ma'am, I've seen your commitment to student growth, which is truly commendable from your perspective. Could you please share how vital skills development programs are for students and how do these programs contribute to their overall success and future prospects?
Very good evening to all. It's a very good question actually. Vital skill is a vital action. So when I want to just take into my school days actually, past experience of school days, we just come into the culture of rote learning method. Actually. So even the chemistry formulas and everything used to be, I can't able to remind anything else. But here now students, when we used to taught in a skill-based education, that is a continuous, still the lifelong learning process. Actually, what is skill? We are just telling NEP focus on skill, NEP focus on competency-based education. But actually, what is a skill? So the skill is actually practical implementation, which we cannot able to forget, or that will be next level of learning, actually.
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. Skills brings that loving interest towards the learning process, and automatically, whoever who's pursuing a skill, his talent, he directly involved and pursuing it in a very dedicated way. So yes, moving on next, ma'am. Yes, as a visionary principal, I've seen how do you envision integrating skills development activities into the regular academic curriculum and co-curriculum programs. So how does this align with schools' vision and educational goals for you?
Yes, ma'am. Usually before that CCA pattern, continuous comprehension evaluation pattern, they focused for, as we say, academic part and co-curricular activities differently. They graded in a system. So this is 10-point grade. This is 1 to 5.5-point grade actually. Scholastic. Now, recently, before 2 years actually, that is 3 years, assessment pattern has continuously, each and every year the assessment pattern has changed. Now they inculcated both, especially in NEP is a very good enforcement actually. They are bringing together, inculcate both curricular and as co-curricular.
Yes.
Here the art integration, we are focusing a separate part actually, art period. So they will focus of drawing and then they'll do some artwork and everything. But now each and every subject, for example, language if you take, they are just speaking to that the traditional method of pattern. So in Tamil, they actually Kuchipudi, Malayalam Kuchipudi. And here we have Teraputhu, something we say in the traditional name. In the background, art integration has to be implemented. That grammar part, if you take grammar part of parts of the speech, then there's to say parts of the speech, noun and adjective. They used to have the rhymes mode of the art integrated in the curriculum of the classroom. This is the reality of what we see, the both with the art integrated, that is co-curricular with the curriculum. The children will never forget the concept. Even grade 1 children, the nouns, parts of the noun, they never forget in that life actually.
Truly.
With the prayer song or something, this each and every topic, the creativity of the teacher's teaching methodology, they can implement in the classroom.
Actually, similar, I just came in my mind that I was, interacting one of the few students when they say that I learn the questions, I learn the answer in this way. And nowadays, I've seen many of the teachers applying the same, especially the younger kids, senior KG, junior KG, when they say A, B, C, D, E, N, G. So that's the way how the teaching and learning process takes over. So that's a very good.
It's the same thing actually that the children used to love storytelling methodology actually. So the storytelling, we used to have that separate hour for moral science and value-based education. Moral science period we used to tell the stories actually. So now what the system is actually, mathematics can be taught by the storytelling method. The father is for one of the best teacher actually. So she used to taught mathematics in a storytelling method, so that they can use the step by step the implementation. Each one steps she used to inculcate in trigonometry, sine, theta, and cos. One story linked with those things. So the 10th grade students, they can link with those formulas very easily and clarity. So this enhances skill, actually skill in the sense, so the problem solving and for the mathematics, the storytelling skill enhanced for the learning betterment of the children. So it is actually enjoyable. The children are learning in a happy room classroom actually. So it's like poses. So I just I'm just going to my ancestors. That is what from the Gurukulam system.
Yeah.
How the independent of learning. So now children also, even in a technological source of scale in a 21st century, our children also got a better placement of Gurukulam system of education. So that is what they are, the teachers, that is actually they're giving a time space for the children to that what one center learning happen in a class.
Surely, ma'am, thank you for introducing me such in a unique way. It's seriously, it's good to that, we are following the ancestors method, because they actually helped us in back in a period. And now we are doing the same. We are training the students in this way. So moving next, as a visionary principal, in the light of technology, prominent role is shaping the future, right? What is your perspective on implementing a technological skill development program? How do you think, like, such as the programs like robotics or coding courses or any technology-related courses to equip our students with vital skills? Is it very important to equip our students with such technological skills also? It's very
actual technological skill is very, very simple and easy to learn students actually. Even teachers difficult to learn, but it's very easy actually.
Exactly. Nowadays, students are, even the 1-year kid knows how to operate mobile.
Yes.
They have learned certain few features so drastically. They take it very, very well. So it's very great to see that.
But as you say, the first semester students they are doing even kindergarten, they are even not the school actually. Even 2 years child is just operating, scrolling. Even we don't have to touch the mobile actually. They scroll. And then the parent used to admire, see my children are doing, how my son is doing. But how far this is harmful, they don't know. But they used to just very happy by the children, what they're addicted with. Actually, they are addicted.
Yeah.
But later, only they come to know those things actually.
Exactly. Because now parents are truly, happy when the student, when their kid actually is, playing, and they are not just getting irritated. The parents, they can do their work easily because the kid is on the mobile. But actually, this is a negative side. But we, we as our leaders in education, we as educators, we need to be stand in front between them, saying that yes, technology is vital, but it shouldn't be in a negative way. We are the person who can bring it up in a positive way. For example, coding program has coding courses that help students to switch that get learned to playing games to making the games, right? Developing the website and accordingly what he thinks about, what is the society problems, what you want to come up with, so that student can also be helpful with his intentions, with his thinking power, with his own ideas and how we can solve the society problems. So then are the coding programs here. So
it's positive. There are lot and lot positive. That's why you and me connected now actually.
Yes. Join me.
That's the what to say here, that CBSE enforces this academic year new skill-oriented task, design thinking. When I used to go through the design thinking, it's really what you need. First, when I used to read the first task, I couldn't be able to understand that. It's completely about a project-based system. Even on textbook material, if you give the definitions and the content of information technology of program, rather than that, the technology skills is in a design thing. Now we are thinking in a sort of the creativity of innovation to be happening in a the thought process should be in a designing. So we used to design our our accessories and other things. But the thought process of innovation skills by design thinking, each language, even a language, they plays a vital role in design thinking. Even the character, when the teachers used to take the lessons from the character of Shakespeare or Arbata, so they have unique of what to design themselves. That is, a design thinking is a vital that now. And as you see, coding and data science and artificial intelligence. Even now, this year they implemented from grade 6, they are introducing the
artificial intelligence. Yes. So that we have made it couple years.
Now, the artificial intelligence, without that is a what a data science, that is the next is a question mark. Without them, there is no what technological vital role. Next century to be a robotic skill actually. So
yes, robotics. Yes, yeah.
Together, each as now we have the subject of English, Tamil, mathematics and science and language and etc. social science. In the future, maybe all the 5 subjects may be the technological oriented, like coding or the data management, computer networking. So all the 5 subjects together also it may be processed in the future, the technology. That will be interlinked with of a subject maybe the things.
When the pandemic had struck us so hard, now just now as you said, because of technology, you and me are talking to each other right now. So coming next, man, very keen at being a leader. Your leadership has fostered a remarkable school culture. I can see the environment promoting support and growth for all members of the community. So could you share some strategies you have implemented to create such a positive learning environment for our students and the teachers and the entire staff in the school?
Actually, we have the teamwork of both the management, the principal, teachers and students. We used to have that gratitude day. Every month, first Friday, every month, that is first Friday of the week, we just have the pinpoint that bulletin board. When they want to write who their gratitude towards in this month actually. So everyone in a stick notes, they will just paste. If I just have, I can share those things. So each, they paste a gratitude in the thing. So I feel gratitude for my month and I feel gratitude for the God. Simple things that they used to write. So these are the things related so that even teachers used to write. So I used to gather those things, which is the best gratitude of the month we used to be awarded. And second, gratitude day, we have a second week of Friday. Friday is a celebration for us actually. The second Friday is called as a Supreme Power Day actually. Supreme Power Day is actually, nowadays the children, there is no fear for God actually. They don't have any trust in God. Where is God? They're raising the question, where is God? So in order to inculcate that,
that is not an issue, by the way. Yeah.
And a Supreme Power Day, we are celebrating second week. The same thing that they want to just inform in the teachers record and then say what they are praying for. One of the best, recently, one student used to inform, so I was 6 times that my sister marriage is not fixed. So many guys coming and there is no fixation for marriage for me. So I pray the Supreme Power God to successfully for my sister to get a good.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
It's the scenario of the whole school. Now we have 1,000 students in my school, actually 980 students. Well, around 55 team of teachers. So in that, they used to stick notes in that bulletin. For each classroom used to have that Supreme Power. So I used to go around and I scrutinize those things and which is to be best in the common assembly of the next week and the next follow-up Monday. We used to give that prayer, common prayer actually. So the question of class 5, sister want to get a water, marriage as a thing. So we have a common group prayer assembly. So that you won't believe, within 10 days, the sister used to be want to fix it for the marriage. Really? Believe in God. Believe in God. That sense of the thing we can just bring actually.
Absolutely. Agreed to you.
Yeah. And other than that, apart from curriculum, regular, we are following the NCRT and everything we are doing. These are the new things that children have to be with the what attitude and the belief of the thing. This is all the nature they are lacking now. Yeah? And then we used to call the third week of Friday, we used to call as a collaborative competition. We won't call as a competition. Collaborative, because there is a jealous and ego. when one student used to get up praises, there will be a comparison needs to happen. To avoid those things, we used to call it as a collaborative competition. So when the student of class 1 is to receive, the prizes is contributed for the whole classes. So this is your collaborative team. You are part of one class student is to receive a prize. So this sensorized that collaboration between English in the classroom, that aspects of the attitude in the thing. And last is a club activity, is celebrated club activity. That is, it really happen. 4 houses we give. What is the scenario, current affairs of the scenario, we'll give one thing. And so say technology scale, you want to believe our club activity name is actually Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Actually.
Okay, what that was it?
WhatsApp is a green house. Facebook is a blue house. And Instagram is the orange. And Twitter is a yellow house.
Okay, that's great.
So, yes, children will be
That's something actually unique. I've never heard this before. Actually, the names of the houses, I know, according to the social media. Coming next, dedication plays a vital role to our success, right? So, your dedication to student growth and development is truly admirable. I can see it very well. Can you share with our audience your future plans for enhancing skill development programs in your school?
Actually, our school is student in a rural background. Actually,
Okay.
is in Tamil Nadu and a Kaduna district is in background.
Yeah.
Majority, so nearly 50% students are not able to read and write like one. So this is my challenge of task. Even after Corona, they're lacking in reading actually. So even that NCRT, that is sorry, CBSE, is supposed for this month to celebrate it as a reading as week. Actually, so many activities we say. So this year ultimate task is to that education is to be reading LSRW skills have to be implemented. Apart from that, so that we have to focus for the reading to our children as a future plan. Then they want to have a better communication skill how to be developed. So as a life skill oriented, that United Nations Organization framed the 10 skills actually. The 10 skills have to be future skill implementation. And among that, for the higher classes, I planned, apart from the studies, project-based learning.
I can see that you're planning out so many actions for the betterment of our students. It was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much, Dr. Sridevi, for sharing your valuable insight. And yes, we would like to wind this up. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank